One of the greatest temptations I'm facing right now is getting lazy with my style and saying I ain't appreciating Mike's down. I serve too small a market, I need a larger target. You know, a broader audience who's spending dollars on this. And as of right now, this temptation for making some crazy statements, complaining, but I know how pride sounds. I'm everybody's favorite, maybe one of the greatest, the peak of every playlist. You'd be a lame to hate this, but the truth is it's foolish to say this. So please bear with my foolishness, cause I've concluded it's stupid to fake it. I Google my name too much.
Welcome back to Fans Down Reviews, everybody. I know you ain't seen us in a while, but we are officially back. How you guys been?
Been good.
Yeah,
I missed the show.
I missed the show too. We took a real long serious break, but as creators, we got the creators, we do need breaks. But we are back, and today our first topic back is going to be She-Hulk episodes 1 through 4 overall. So how you guys been liking the show?
I don't like how she got her powers, how she came into them. Other than that, I mean, everything's been pretty smooth. The energy of the show, I feel like it's there. It's a bit. It's better than Miss Marvel. I say that.
I'll agree with you there. It's definitely better than Miss Marvel. A lot of lazy writing, though. I mean, the ship all of a sudden appears. They get in a crash. Blood gets on her. Come on.
Yeah, like how did she manage to get up under Bruce to get like?
Well, I guess because he had the power dampener on, he was able to get cut and not instantly transform until the power dampener broke off.
And it was actually pulled him out. He was hanging.
He was hanging.
Okay.
She cut the seatbelt down. Which, how did she get that? I guess she. But she pulled him down. But then she had an open cut right there where his blood was dripping.
Okay.
But yeah, he had the power dampener on, and so he was able to drip blood. Which, I guess, since now they're coming after her blood, what prevented somebody from going to the scene of the accident and finding Bruce's dried up blood?
I mean, but who's gonna know?
No one knew about the car.
I guess that's true.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they were on some remote Mexico location.
Right after the accident.
Were they? They weren't in Mexico when they were driving because they had wound up at a country bar. They were on a road trip or something.
Oh, okay. Well, they were on a road
But he
trip.
flew her to Mexico when she turned.
I don't think he flew. He could.
Wasn't they nearby?
Oh, they might. Maybe they were in Texas and they drove down. Ran down to Mexico.
He was in Hulk form when he tapped her, so I feel like he jumped to Mexico. Come on, he
jumped all the way in Hulk form.
Yeah,
at night.
I mean, but that is nice. He has a little remote place that he can go to.
That's Stark built for him.
Yeah.
And then the little Easter eggs, the Ultron. Wasn't that Ultron's helmet? Or
I thought it was Iron Man.
That was Iron Man.
Oh, it was? Okay.
Yeah.
I like Ultron to me. But.
Well, Ultrons are based off Iron Man anyway, so they're very similar.
And I also like how she's so well controlled and balanced.
You like how she's so well controlled?
Yeah. I mean...
Because I don't. I think it's a little... She just turned into a Hulk. How is she able to control that power?
I mean, women are different from their male counterparts.
I mean my explanation was she got the blood from Professor Hulk, so he knew how to control his of Hulk, and maybe some of that mutated just the knowledge of him knowing how to control himself, and it got to her, and there's an explanation. I mean, do you really need the explanation?
I would like a little bit of explanation, but it's okay.
I mean, but in the comics, she's more of an attorney at law type of character, so she got more control.
I mean, they're definitely sticking true to her comic accuracy in terms of character.
Other than the way she got her powers.
Yeah.
Blood transfusion, but...
I mean, blood transfusion, basically.
I mean, because in the comics, she was getting attacked by people in the case, and then she almost died, so Bruce gave
his blood.
Yeah, it worked, so...
So, I mean, technically...
I'm okay with what we got.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't really much in episode 1 to, like...
Other than the fact that he literally destroys her blood samples.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the CGI a little bit.
Yeah,
let's talk about it. Because why cannot they not color match the Hulk and make her look a little bit better? She's way too green, and it definitely looks like she's walking through a green screen a lot of the times.
She more looks like the green giant from the vegetables.
Jolly Green Giant.
Yeah, Jolly Green Giant more than anything, more than Hulk. So, yeah, I mean, it doesn't look as good as the Hulk CGI.
It's a little wonky,
But he looks good. He looks like he in-game Hulk.
But I will say in one episode, I think it was the Megan Thee Stallion one. She was looking kind of weird.
that one was
Very unfinished.
Mm-hmm.
maybe like they rushed it. I don't know.
That's what I'm
That's what
thinking.
I'm thinking. They rushed it.
I think
Which,
they didn't finish it.
If they did, that brings up my question from previous episodes.
Uh-huh.
Why are they rushing stuff to get it out? I'd wait for good CGI.
I would too.
We don't need them to pump shows out.
Well,
I mean, they're probably running behind on their own schedule.
I mean, naturally they had to run behind. They're a year behind due to the pandemic.
Yeah.
Due to the pandemic.
And
yeah.
the movie qualities.
Movie
and
quality
people's
stuff.
That just
schedules
means
and
you
all
push
that.
the schedule back a little bit, but you don't
Oh,
keep the
God.
same schedule when you lose a whole year.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to factor in other people's schedules as
See,
well. The actors.
Yeah.
There was a time in the MCU where you only got 2 movies a year, and that was it.
But
And
those were amazing movies.
But didn't people want more?
They did. People wanted way more.
In the MCU's defense, they have been giving us what we want, and I thank them for that.
And to attack them, does them giving us what they want mean they don't have to do quality control anymore? Because quality, it used to be quality and then the quantity, and now we shifted. Now the quality's down here and the quantity of movies is up here.
Okay, what other than Miss Marvel and She-Hulk, what other shows or movies have had bad CGI?
I
so
can't
far.
think of any other.
No, I'm asking Frank.
Oh,
The,
Frank.
the movies have been okay.
Okay.
It's the but are you saying that just because these are shows,
No, I think
they don't have to be as good?
Like I said, I wasn't big on the Miss Marvel, like you two were about the CGI. I thought that was cool. Y'all didn't like CGI. But She-Hulk, I kind of understand because I see where some things and some scenes looked unfinished when she was walking and stuff. I was like, that didn't look pretty natural. So
All I'm saying
I
is
mean-
these shows have just a big budget. They're not like low budget shows.
I agree.
Yeah,
So-
and like this is like She-Hulk's first live
Yeah,
action appearance.
live action
so
appearance. You're
maybe
telling me
they're still working on getting the tweaks and stuff right.
Yeah, I mean, certain things that they use, they're always going to upgrade and stuff. But I think so far, overall, I mean, they've given us crossovers. You got Wong, you got the Abomination back. I mean, we've been given a lot of good things out of this, especially coming from Miss Marvel, where in my book they only had one good episode. I think even though they're short, which I kind of wish they were a bit longer, but I like the show overall.
I mean, it's a decent show. Definitely not up there with the top 3 of what they've been doing.
All right, what's your top 3 Disney Plus
My
shows?
top 3 would be Loki,
Okay.
Captain America, because I actually really enjoyed it.
Falcon
And
Winter Soldier.
it's Falcon Winter Soldier who turns into Captain America. And then I actually liked WandaVision. I mean, I know a lot of people didn't because it was very slow, but I thought it was I thought it was just a little bit better than Hawkeye.
What's your top 3?
We're gonna go with What If.
No, I'm talking about live action.
Live
Okay, I was
action,
gonna say because if we do
live
What
action.
If, that definitely makes top 3.
Moon Knight,
Ooh, I forgot about Moon Knight.
Captain America.
Falcon Winter
I
Soldier.
know. And what was the other one? She-Hulk. She's going in third. So,
Yes.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Well, I'll say I'll go with Moon Knight as number 1 because it's the original story.
Okay.
2, I'm gonna go ahead and go with Loki. I liked the Loki
Ooh, I
story.
forgot that one. Nah.
And then I'm gonna go with She-Hulk because out of all the shows, She-Hulk has been more centered to what they have already had established, but also establishing a new story, a new character.
Okay.
I forgot about Moon Knight. Moon Knight definitely takes second after Loki, and then Winter Soldier.
Okay.
Um,
I'm gonna say the same.
I'm gonna actually go off of what you just said.
Mhm.
I will say She-Hulk is the first show or anything in this phase that actually pulls from some other stuff and kind of tries to unite everything. Like we have Wong, but we also have Wong and Shang-Chi breaking Abomination out.
And then we got the storyline for Thor Ragnarok for Hulk with Sakaar
Yes.
and all that.
Okay.
So, yeah,
We
I like
have
how
that. So
ties.
She-Hulk has now done what some of the other shows and movies have not, to reunite the universe. So maybe Phase 4 being all one-off movies, they're all converging into one, and She-Hulk is going to be that to
Slowly.
put it back on track.
I thought Daredevil was gonna be the one because it seemed like they put a lot
Yeah,
behind
but
Daredevil.
Daredevil
They-
comes
they
after
better,
She-Hulk,
like-
which Daredevil's going to be in She-Hulk. So
But Daredevil and made his official MCU debut in Spider-Man, so he kind of came before.
I mean, I guess if you're going to count 1 minute of screen time is.
That had fans going.
They did not have me doing that, but.
I mean, it was good to see him live action.
Yeah.
The last time we seen a live action Daredevil.
Netflix.
Yeah.
Defenders.
Yes.
No,
Well,
it's
not. I'm talking about Ben Affleck. Like.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
talking
movie.
about a standalone
Yeah,
movie, yeah, Ben
standalone
Affleck's
movie,
Daredevil.
yeah.
But if we're talking about Daredevil in general,
Yeah.
the movie, the Netflix.
Show.
I mean, but he's movie and shows. This is how it is in MCU now.
Okay.
He's movie and
Yeah,
shows. He's
but
appeared in a movie.
What
and
I'm
show.
saying is now She-Hulk, he's going to be in there, so that even incorporates him, which leads to Daredevil solo show to bring in now Kingpin from Hawkeye. So She-Hulk's bringing Daredevil back to bring in Hawkeye and all them. So she is starting the track to put us back on track to Kang the Conqueror in the future.
You said She-Hulk is putting us back
She's
on track?
She's the turning point. She-Hulk is
gotta
the
be
turning
there.
point for
I
this.
mean, how is she putting us back on track for Kang?
I thought I just explained it.
I mean, but
She is starting us on a journey where all the movies are back and actually meaning something.
they have been meaning something to you.
but,
They have not.
But they have not been meaning something as a whole.
I mean, 'cause they brought in like that plot line from Thor. Then they got LeBron.
Yeah, like I was
but
saying,
they
each-
just
but-
established that it's multiverse. What does
But
She-Hulk
what
have to
I'm
do with
saying-
the multiverse?
What I'm saying,
No, multiverse. As far as the overall thing of this phase, multiverse.
what I'm saying is each of these phase movies feel like standalone movies. They don't feel like a movie that brings everybody together. But She-Hulk, they even talked about the spell. We don't know if it's Peter Parker's spell or if it's the spell they did before Peter Parker, which they reference in Spider-Man. So, because like I was saying, we don't know where it lands up and how the timeline is looking. But she is starting to bring references from a wide variety of movies. And then once we get into Daredevil, they're going to bring in another different set of references. So she's the turning point for the phase to get back on track. And everything's going to follow suit and lead up to Kang the Conqueror.
Maybe the shows wise and stuff like that, but as far as King the Conqueror and it involving it being like a multiverse and all this and that, I don't think that she's the one that set the track for that. I say she's
All
set the
I'm
track
saying
for shows.
is she's reuniting the universe.
I don't see how she's.
I mean,
I
she
know
is
the
kind
show.
of like breaking the
I-
fourth wall. She's the only character that's breaking the fourth
Yeah.
wall. So I mean,
Deadpool.
Aside from
Definitely.
Deadpool, yeah.
he ain't even made. Well,
He
I
coming
guess
soon.
he did that little mini thing with Korg.
That
But I
probably
don't know if
wasn't
that's
canon.
canon.
I don't think that's
I
canon.
mean, well,
Like I said, they were
Okay.
conveniently filming two movies and they had the same studio, so that's
Okay.
why they
Yeah.
were able to do that.
but yeah, I like your theory on that.
Thank you. Thank you.
I
But I'm just saying, how's she setting up the multiverse and King Kong?
We'll,
I
we'll
feel
talk-
like it is because she's bringing all these subplots in, like
let's,
said.
we're gonna talk about
yeah,
that
we'll
later.
talk
We're
that,
gonna talk
discuss
about
that more
off-
off
okay.
camera.
We're gonna
Let's
talk
move
about
back
that
on move back on to She-Hulk. We got a little off topic there.
because he agreed with you, and that's why you ready to stop.
No, we can go back to this conversation if you want. I just want to talk about She-Hulk a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, we are.
I want to talk about the Megan Thee Stallion cameo.
Uh,
So basically, now anybody can cameo in Marvel movies, and it just be
I think that affects the realism of the show. I don't think that like we need like actual celebrities in it unless Megan Thee Stallion's gonna play a character.
That meta type. I can't.
the metahuman.
Meta-
Meta
Metabot.
yeah. And she's like part of the MCU. Like
I mean, they didn't show any powers, and it's a superhuman. She's a part of the superhuman law division. So how does that work out?
I mean, a lawyer can take on anyone. So you know.
Yeah, maybe. But you think she has some high power, like power?
I mean, Meg's a
Fines.
millionaire or a billionaire.
She obviously got power over these men to get that
Yeah.
money.
That wasn't her though.
That body yada yada yada. No.
What do you think
Yeah.
about that? That sub story where the elf was.
I think it was kind of funny, but at the same time, I don't think we need more of that. I think that was all we need.
I wanted something a bit more serious. That was,
I think so too. I thought this was gonna be a little bit more serious, and now we got a elf made this down to $175,000 for somebody.
yeah, that was funny though. It was a little comedic. The third episode wasn't all that.
But also, are they leaning too much into new Asgard and stuff? Because like those dudes that jumped She-Hulk at her house, she was like, "Would you guys rob a Asgardian plumber?"
Yeah.
And they go, "Yeah."
I forgot what they called them. The Wrecking Crew. I don't like how they portrayed. Like, I mean, in the
I think we're
comics,
gonna get
they're
more of
all
them.
like supposed to be like Titania. They're supposed to be buff and
We got
strong.
one guy who can fly, so we haven't seen yet. So we're gonna get more.
But do you think they're gonna have other powers?
I feel like they should transform them because in the comics, they're like
Because there was no girl part of that crew. Maybe they're gonna get some new people, or maybe he's gonna hire the wrecking crew.
maybe.
And this
Well,
is just like his first.
We wanna,
crew.
don't nobody know who hired the wrecking crew though.
Not yet, at least. All they said was the boss is gonna be angry. Could the boss be Thunderbolt Ross,
I don't think so.
who wants the Hulk's blood to?
From what I'm hearing online,
Transform himself
I'm hearing
into
it's
Red
the
Hulk?
leader, but
I've been saying I want the leader too.
yeah,
You
so-
have
And I'm
been saying
glad
that.
they're paying off, bringing the leader back. So maybe we might get a leader teaser for a future
That'd
film.
be nice. Yeah, I mean all these cameos they
Our
bring
Red
in.
Hulk,
Thus
I mean-
cementing She-Hulk as this new start of the new era.
I don't see how if we're in the
Um,
multiverse saga.
No, what were you saying, leader, Captain America?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were telling me that.
But I don't think that's more the multiverse. It's like they're doing multiverse. That's the big overall picture, but they also have other stories that they got going on. So with the leader, and maybe I'm hoping that we do see Red Hulk still somehow.
You think I don't know. To me, the more we go on, the less I'm thinking we're gonna see him.
I don't think we're gonna see him in the series anytime soon.
I don't think the series, but
Yeah.
I want
I-
to see him
I
in
was
the
thinking
universe.
maybe we
Yeah,
might
in the
see him.
universe, yeah.
You don't think we're gonna get him in the universe at all?
I know. I was thinking we might see him in the series. I thought we were talking about the series still.
I mean, I think that we're gonna get at least a teaser of either the leader or Red Hulk.
Yeah, I want to
At
see
the
more
towards the
Hulks.
end of this
Yeah.
season.
Yeah.
Because how many Hulks have we seen so far in the universe?
Well, just the
Just
Hulk,
Just
She-Hulk,
and
and
then
Abomination.
Yeah, yeah.
So I guess
And the leader, somewhat.
Yeah, okay, okay.
let's the Hulk. Where's he going?
Sakaar, I believe.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I believe he is going back to Sakaar as well.
But
Why?
What if it's like a setup where the leader he acted as if
If
it was
Sakaar was
it
calling
a
him?
Sakaar, yeah, but it was actually him, and then he tricked him to go
And then
to
She-Hulk's
Sakaar.
gonna
But how
have
could
to-
the leader know he was on Sakaar?
Leader
Like,
is
was
super
he
smart.
Were you right?
He
He could have
has-
been tracking
he
the
has
Hulk.
Also,
powerful
he was a warrior on Sakaar,
The Hulk.
a high-held warrior. So anybody could have known that the Hulk was there.
Yeah, and
I mean, it was public knowledge. He was fighting in the Gladiator.
I mean, you got to think about the way that the Shield and Avengers do. They keep information updated, so they told somebody. So
Yeah.
somebody knows.
and plus Shield was taken over by
Hydra at
Hydra,
one
yeah,
point.
so
But
And
they're no longer taken over by Hydra right now.
no, they've been rebuilding Shield.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I want to see more Shield.
But
We could also assume that the leader would have spies in Shield, even after the fact.
he's got to, yeah.
Or he has some type of way of getting information because he's super smart.
Yeah.
So he could predict things.
But what has the leader been doing all this time though?
We're gonna find
We-
out. We are
hopefully-
going to find out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna find out.
The other interesting thing I noticed was, no. I believe they're trying to compare She-Hulk to like Daredevil. His
Because he's a lawyer and a superhero.
yeah.
Okay.
I felt like that's the comparison everybody kind of wanted with She-Hulk.
I mean, I can see that because he even said in one of the
Yeah.
trailers recently
Yeah.
that you can, fight in court and then also fight
Yeah.
in the streets and stuff
Yeah.
as a superhero. So yeah, I can agree with that.
But I guess, what do you see coming forward? Him and She-Hulk teaming up together to.
At least one episode, maybe. You think he's gonna save it for the finale?
Do you think that Daredevil's going to save her from somebody attacking her next
I mean,
I don't
time?
think
unless they got
she
a
needs
weapon
help.
strong enough to take her out.
Yeah.
Which.
Well, they did have a weapon strong enough to pierce Luke Cage's skin, and he was basically like super strong, like
Yeah, but
But she can increase her power by getting angry. I'm sure.
more angry.
yeah, then like his skin changes. Like once something like pierces skin,
It
like,
pierces his skin.
it
Yeah.
And then her healing, she
Yeah.
has a healing factor probably
Yeah.
even stronger than Hulk's because he used her blood, re-engineered it. And healed
Yeah, it
himself.
fixed his arm. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And we didn't even talk about that. How he
Damn,
used
yeah.
used her blood to fix his own arm.
That's
so
pretty cool.
since the Hulk is off of Earth, who do you think's gonna give her a super suit? She has a super suit, and it's seen in some of the trailers
With all these advertisements,
with the
and-
purple and gray. Who
and
you think
maybe
gonna-
all these deals. She maybe ain't she getting some deals or something?
No, I don't. You think like Nike's gonna sponsor?
Yeah,
There's gonna be a big Nike symbol on the back.
God dang.
I'm gonna say here. My theory is that she has to run. That a bigger enemy has come and is attacking, is going after her. So she runs back to Mexico. Goes into the basement looking for Hulk because she doesn't know he's on the ship yet. he has designed a suit for her.
Or that machine Tony Stark had designed Spider-Man.
Peter Parker used? Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Like,
or some shit, or a
3D
machine similar
printed?
like that is
Yeah.
there. But she is in the basement and either built her own,
Mhm.
or he has built her one. And it's like hanging up
It's got-
on
yeah.
like
But
a mannequin.
I don't think she would know how to build it. I think she would at least. get
Yeah, I
AI.
would say she probably does it, unless she walks in and like the computer's like Jarvis.
Or you
Hey.
might be right about maybe the Hulk left for one. I'll probably go with that.
Okay, I can see that. Yeah.
I think
I mean, he did tell her spandex is her best friend, so hey,
Yeah.
he might be right. He might
because
left
he
for one.
has those gray shorts that he was wearing. So I mean,
Mhm.
you got to think he probably has a suit for her.
She probably ain't gonna wear the costume to the end of the series.
Yeah,
So
oh
they
for
can
sure.
do it.
She probably won't wear it till
Or the
episode
second
8 or
to the
9.
last episode. So
Okay.
I would say around episode 8.
yeah.
I can agree with that.
I wonder if that will be when her and Daredevil start teaming up though.
So I didn't know it was gonna be 9 episodes. So I'm excited about that right now.
We're about halfway through so
Yeah.
far.
Yeah.
What other interesting facts? Were things that you like? Or...
I like about the show.
Yeah.
No, I like that it's one of the main MCU continuity things going on right now because we haven't really had that in the other shows. I mean, kind of Miss Marvel because we got Captain
Yeah.
Marvel in it towards
Mhm.
the end and whatnot, but it was its own thing though. So, but I'm glad that it's picking up and relating to other things, and it also picks up on some of the things that happened in the movie, like Abomination being broke out by Wong.
Yeah.
So I like that.
Oh, and this other scene when they took her to court, and old girl was the witness, Madison with 2 eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the-
Master with 2 ends
party
and 1
girl,
Y,
yeah,
but you don't
yeah.
know where it's at.
That was
That's
hilarious.
See, that's funny, but it's also stupid to think that Wong would allow her at Kamatage watching The Sopranos together.
And like that little demon thing, or
At the
that-
Magic
yeah,
Castle,
I wonder what
yeah.
happened with that. Yeah,
Well,
she
yeah,
go?
where
I think
put
they
him-
kept one of them. I think she kept one of them as evidence.
You-
Because she's a lawyer. You remember that last one
Yeah,
she kept and she
yeah.
said, hey, go ahead and sign the rights over. Blah,
She
blah,
could
blah.
have, just in case they don't follow the cease and desist.
Mhm.
But the portal below was like hell. But the portal they was throwing everything into looked like an icy area, so
So I'm sure they'll kill the creatures.
Yeah, they
I don't
think
think they'll
to
you
survive.
think it
Yeah.
would kill him? 'Cause I was
It's
like,
gotta be.
man, where the hell they throwing him?
I was thinking
Maybe he
that
killed them
portal-
where
remember that,
Doctor Strange was.
Yeah.
Where Wanda.
Oh,
The
yeah,
freezing,
yeah.
Hey, great minds think alike.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't think about it.
I was thinking about that.
I mean, because that might have been the first thing that came to Wong's mind.
Yeah,
He
that,
just
yeah,
said-
I agree. I could agree with that though.
Hey, what do y'all think about Donnie though? Donnie Blaze.
I think that's stupid.
I
He's
think
just
it
a-
was like a type of, oh, let's make a joke about it, Ghost Rider, and they'll get their attention. And
Everybody
I think
thought
they
it was going to be Ghost Rider in that bug too.
did. So I think we'll get another.
We'll definitely get a
Rider.
Ghost Rider, but do you think
But-
that would be the character that played him in the show?
No,
No.
heck no, that was a whole comedic thing.
I didn't like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a bit slow.
Speaking of multiverse,
Yeah.
Nick Cage coming back as Ghost Rider.
Wait, for real?
No.
Let me. Where'd you hear this, Frank? Playing my emotions. That'd be dope though.
I mean, like Jamal was saying, with the multiverse, anything could happen. I mean,
Right.
they could bring anybody in that's played a character, and anybody in new to be just a variant of the original.
Yep.
Okay.
Y'all got any other big things you want to talk about before? Nope.
No, I'm good.
All right, but Frank, do we got any good?
Oh
shows,
yes!
Sean?
Come on, everybody, check this out. We got She-Hulk on Disney Plus. We're watching Jennifer Walters traverse the waters of trying to be a She-Hulk because she doesn't want to be a superhero and a lawyer. Then we got Rick and Morty, where we see Grandpa Rick and Grandson Morty on another season of crazy wild adventures. And then for you Game of Thrones fans, we have House of Dragon on HBO Max, set 2,000 years before what happened in Game of Thrones, where we see the epic storytelling of the House of Targaryen. And then, for you Lord of the Rings fans, we got Rings of Power on Amazon Prime, where evil has returned, Sauron's back. When we see the Misty Mountains, the Forests of Linden, and many more. Check it out on this epic journey they're taking us on.
All right, Frank, thank you. All right, so let's go ahead and do an overall rating. So it's just going to be a generalized rating of episodes 1 through 4, since we just picking back up, guys. So we thank you guys for waiting for us.
Thank you.
All right, well, I'll go first. So far, I will say I've rather enjoyed She-Hulk, and I've enjoyed it a lot more than I enjoyed Ms. Marvel. So I'm gonna give it an overall series rating, just overall as of right now, 7.5. Now, when we do the overall series rating, when we get towards the end of the season finale, I'm pretty sure it'll go
Yeah,
higher.
they'll be different.
So yeah, what about you?
I'm going to give it the same rating, 7.5. I mean, I love the show, the overall, the feminism. I can't even say the word. Feminism of the show. All the cameos, Wong, Hulk, the Abomination. I'm sure there's more to come.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and give it a 6 because I know it can be great. And we're still at the beginning. And hopefully episode 5 is going to be crazy and start leading us on a path to finish it up.
All right. Well, these
Okay.
have been our ratings.
Thank you for enjoying another episode of Fan Style Reviews. As always, I've been Frank.
And I'm Oscar.
And you know I'm Jamel.
We out.
Hey.
Later.
If you like that video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Peace!